What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We are down here. We are here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta Part 3 reunion. I have to say I'm happy it's over. I mean, it was a mess. The whole season was a mess all the way down to the end. Overall, the episode, it had a few... I had to watch it twice, to be honest with you. The first time I watched it, I was so confused. I was like, what the hell are we watching? Especially when they got to Drew and the prophets pulling out. I was like, girl, what? I was like, Kenya, this is insane. Girl, like, what are you talking about? So I have my notes. One thing I do have to say is I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I just don't get how black women, the most educated women in the United States, the most out of all groups of people, we are the most educated. And y'all still look, like I said on Twitter, we are plugging our cars in to charge them, right? And y'all still throwing men in each other's faces, but the men are not even quality men. They're not even quality men. Y'all cannot talk about Kenya and Mark. Porsha, who literally was losing her edges in therapy, whose man has the WNBA starting lineup on his back, the first rounds of the picks on his back, tattooed. He cheated on Porsha while she was pregnant and postpartum. She got on TV and said the only reason why she let him impregnate her is because he liked her. Oh, he want to get married? What kind of Southern girl are you, child? He want to get married, so let me open my legs up and let him impregnate me. Bitch, you're backwards all the fucking way. It was just so weird. I had to watch it twice so I could take notes. The first time I was watching, I was like, I'm confused. I am so confused. So let's watch this. Let's talk about this. Okay, let me get down here. I took a lot of notes because I was like, this is stupid. I need to know what's going on. I didn't understand. Okay, so it starts off with Kenya and Bolo court. And I don't know what the comment about Tyler Perry watch out Tyler Perry. I didn't get it. I don't know if you're saying that the Real Housewives of Atlanta has turned into a Tyler Perry movie, because it does look like it. Bitch, every house can be a Tyler Perry movie. What's going on in Porsha's house can be a Tyler Perry movie. What's going on in Kenya's house can be a Tyler Perry movie. What's going on in Cynthia's house, what's going on in Drew's house can be a Tyler Perry woe is me, black woman, the victim movie. I didn't get the reference. Everybody was laughing at the rewind. They were showing what happened during Bolo court, and everybody was finding it amusing. Okay? Everybody was laughing about it. When you decided to cover the cameras, what was the agreement? Andy says. The girls are like, this is a work trip. They weren't fully turned off. Porsha goes, we were drinking so much. Girl, that's not an excuse. That is not an excuse. First of all, you're not a rookie. That's a mistake. Fallon, what's the girl? LaToya, and what's the other girl's name? Drew. That's the kind of mistake they make. You're supposed to be an anchor, right? You're supposed to be the queen of the show. You're supposed to be carrying the show on your back. Whatever. We was drinking so much, girl. That's not an excuse. Kenya, why did you address it with the rest of your friends? They're not all my friends. That's the point. They are not all my friends. At the end of the day, they're not. Remember the night before at South Carolina when Porsha told Kenya she didn't want to hear her sob story? Right? And just like Kenya said, I'm a dog with a bone. I'm a dog with a bone. You goddamn right. I'm going to say something about it because none of these bitches see it for me. So I'm going to let them know when you do some shit in front of me in a cast house. If you wanted to do it somewhere else, you could have been in a car. You could have went to a hotel. You would have. I don't even know why. It even bothered me when Porsha referenced Bolo's dick as his member. Girl, shut up. Why you didn't shut Kenya down? I don't know why people think I control Kenya. They're like, no, girl, don't, Taurus, don't think like that. We're talking about she respects what you have to say about things. You don't control Kenya. Kenya is 50 damn years old. 50 fucking years old. Ain't nobody, I don't know if anybody else been watching the show, but don't nobody control Kenya. Nobody. Don't nobody control Kenya. Okay? Oh, and they wanted to know what's the difference between the footage between Drew and Cynthia having a conversation about what happened last night and Tanya having a conversation with Cynthia about what happened last night. How is that different than Kenya talking about it? If other women are talking about it with a cameraman standing in the corner, what's wrong with when Kenya brings it up? What happened last night or what she heard last night? Why all of a sudden Kenya got to be quiet about what she heard when we see Drew talking about bitches was stacked on top of each other and shit? Like, girl, what? Who was stacked on top of each other? What are we talking about with the cameraman right here? Girl, bye. If it was the other way around and it was Kandi or Cynthia in that room, would you have told on them? Girl, what kind of dumbass question is that? No. Those are my friends. Those are my girls. I'm not... Porsha and Tanya, they not my girls. So I'm not... No. I wouldn't have told on them. Next. Because my friends would have been like, girl... my friends would have been like, girl, last night I got beside myself. I turned into a Hennessy hoe. If it was the other way around, what's no girl code? Y'all want Kenya to abide by girl code, but nobody else. Girl, what? That don't even make sense. Y'all crazy as hell. On a work trip with some bitches you don't like. Let me tell y'all something. Have y'all ever been to a work party? Have you ever been to a work party and somebody drinks too much at the work party? What y'all doing the next day? What y'all doing on Monday? What y'all doing on Monday? In the IM. Did you see Teresa? Girl, she was a mess. I'm supposed to be quiet. Bitch, I don't know you like that. We ain't cool like that. I'm talking about it. Okay? Girl, bye. She said, if you're doing it in the cast house, it's my right to exploit it for the show. Because the truth of the matter is, and it's funny because Porsha was yelling, this was our best show. But had Kenya not mentioned anything, it would not have been your best show. The season didn't get started until that Bolo gate. And my thing is, I'm tired of y'all asking who leaked it. The producers leaked it. As fucked up as the production has been, the producers leaked that shit. I was thinking it was Don Juan, but it was the producers. Because they invested so much on this storyline and built the entire season around this storyline. They banked on this storyline. And they did it. As fucked up as they are. Kandi, why are you in the middle? Because she said it. Kandi is not in the middle. Why are you dragging me into this? No, we saying, girl, you heard it too. We're not dragging you into this. Talk about what you heard. You telling everybody else, Kandi ain't shit. I've been trying to tell y'all that from the beginning. Kandi ain't shit. She got on her speak on it. Bitch, if you want... This is what the fuck I don't understand with Kandi. If you want to be cool with Porsha, why would you show a clip of Marlo saying that she saw Porsha in the bathroom taking a whole bath? Speak on it is your YouTube channel. Why did you add that clip in there? And why were you okay with them adding that clip in there? That Porsha was standing there doing like this. But you and Porsha to be cool. No, you want to be in Porsha's life so you can find out the tea because you really don't fuck with her. but you want to be near her so that you can have something to talk about, because her fucking life is a train wreck. And if you're focused on her, you don't have to be focused on what's going on in Kandi's life, and it gives you something to talk about. You, Don Juan, and Common. It does. Kandi ain't shit. She ain't ever gonna be shit. I told y'all that. Marlo said Kandi told me the next day. But Porsha doesn't care that Kandi told her. Doesn't she say that, Kandi says she told Marlo because her and Porsha were friends. Okay. I didn't know that her and Porsha was falling out. Why are we in this dungeon? Because Porsha lied. We had a good episode. We had a good time. Girl, they're not talking about that. Porsha, keep up, girl. Keep up, sweetie. They're not talking about the Bolo episode. They're talking about you lying on Kandi and repeating a rumor that Phaedra told you to say. Yeah. Come on. Remember how Phaedra gave you that as ammunition when you and Kandi was going to meet up? And so you mentioned on camera twice that she was going to take you into a dungeon and violate you? That's why we're in the dungeon theme. Not for Bolo, fool. Like, what? I was like, Porsha, what are you talking about? And then, Shamia, you don't want to be called a lapdog, but you over there in your seat doing that to get Porsha pumped up to make this round with no crown, no sash, no scepter, way fucked up, but it's all about Porsha. Girl, what are you talking about? They're talking about you being a liar, and this is why we're sitting here. Not about you not really admitting that you was fucking Bolo, and so now you taking this walk like the episode was good because of your actions. Girl, I don't understand what y'all, she walking by Marlo. Marlo's telling her to get some lipo. Everything is because of Porsha. Yeah, because you always lying, Porsha. That's nothing to make a round about. What are you I was like, this girl is so dumb. That's what I wrote right here, dumb. Kandi says it was hurtful. You done did all of this, running around the thing, and as soon as you sit down, Kandi says what happened was hurtful. Did you put two and two together by then? That's what they were actually talking about, was you lying on Kandi? So Kenya tries to explain it and says, it was because Porsha lied about what happened, was lying about, or repeating a rumor about a lie that she heard. And she was like, Porsha's telling Kenya, everything you say is a lie, girl. Your whole life is a lie. Every man you brought on here, it was a lie, girl. Porsha, we're not going to talk about how you start a season with a man and he don't make it to the end of the season. Right? We don't want to talk about how you threw a party for some nigga and had his name on your back on a jersey and we didn't see him anymore after that. Who was that man? We don't want to talk about the man. Didn't he leave you hanging on FaceTime? Was that the same man? Right? You can't talk about anybody's relationship being a lie. Your relationship with Dennis was a lie, child. That's why I was like, girl, that was the last straw you knew Porsha had. Because, girl, you can't talk about nobody. You looked the way you looked, got all that work done, and was treated like shit by somebody that looked like a goddamn bookworm. What the fuck? Like a literal cartoon character of a fucking bookworm. That's who you got played by. Girl. But Kenya is a lie. None of these women, let's be clear, none of these women can use their men and throw each other. You can't throw an ain't shit man around in my face. Girl, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm grown and I am a single woman. But girl, where was this energy in South Carolina? Where was that energy? That's what you should have done in South Carolina. When Kenya came out, girl, you jealous? Why are you worried about my pussy? And shut that shit down. But no, you couldn't figure how to be really authentic in yourself. You didn't figure it out. You didn't get the pussy until the reunion. You didn't own it until the reunion. You wasn't on it. You still ain't owned it. Not that you have to, but the fact of the matter it's because I am grown and I am single and I am comfortable in my sexuality. You're really not. And that's the gag of it. You're really not comfortable in your sexuality, Porsha. You're not. That cause you wait till the lights go off to say, one of you bitches is eating me tonight. And they didn't talk about that. Because what if this 40-year-old single mother, what if she didn't want her mama to know? Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit. If she didn't want her mama to know, she wouldn't have her big ass on TV, putting her big ass on a stripper's dick if she was that concerned. Get the fuck out of here with that dumbass shit. Why are you trying to slut shame? She said, honey, y'all been talking about me for years. Y'all been talking about me for years on a lie, calling me all these names, saying all these things about me, but now all of a sudden I'm slut shaming Porsha. Bitch, if you was a proud slut, nobody would be able to shame you. Okay? Now, Kenya said, that's right. I'm a dog with a bone. You accusing me of lying, and you're the one who's lied on people. Why are you so worried about me and my girl? Because you're a liar. Nobody's worried about your pussy. We're worried about you being a liar, and you done lied on almost everybody sitting on this damn stage. Yeah, you have. And we have the footages to prove it. You look obsessed. You should be obsessed with your husband. You don't have anything but hateful intentions for me. Kenya wants Porsha to apologize for lying. Because you said that Kenya was lying about what she heard. Even to the point where y'all was going to sue her. How you going to sue somebody for telling the truth? Y'all stupid. That's the problem. Every time Kenya is talking, Porsha, they talking over each other. But Porsha really doesn't like for Kenya to make a point about nothing. She talks over her Kenya can't get a word out. I was watching, I was like, literally every time Kenya talks, Portia's like, ah, nya, 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 nya. All we see is grill. That's all we see. You're condemning me for something from 4 years ago. Let me tell you something, Porsha Williams. If we see changed behavior, there is no reason to bring up something that happened 4 years ago. If I need to bring up something from the past to show a pattern of behavior, I'm bringing it up. If you would have changed and have grown like you said you have, we don't need to bring this up. But you making rookie mistakes on TV. You don't want to own it when it happens. You want to wait 6 months later to get all big and bad and I'm a woman and natural woman, come hear me roar and all this other stuff. Bitch, please. Save it. It's late and throw it away, Porsha. Throw it away. Kandi gives this scenario. Something happens off camera. And then 2 years later, you throwing it in my face as if you wasn't there doing the same shit. That's what Porsha did. And so it does bring up some bad memories of, I'm triggered by that. This is what Kandi is saying. Do you think you ever buried the hatchet between Porsha and Kandi? Porsha over there biting her damn nails. I was like, girl, yeah. You thinking now, huh? Yeah, because you're a liar. You sitting here and every person sitting here is calling you a liar. Have you ever heard Porsha lie? I've known Porsha to lie. Marlo is calling you a liar. Kenya is calling you a liar. And we all can see that you're lying. Kandi gossip with Don Juan. Then Porsha rationalizes Kandi telling Don Juan on camera. It's not okay for Kenya to talk about it on camera. But when Kandi talks about it on camera, basically what I saw was Porsha was like, I done something so awful to Kandi, she can talk about me whenever she wants to talk about me. Because I repeated something that could have changed her reality. That's how I was looking at it. Because Porsha rationalized it by saying, I can't hold her feet to the fire when I'm trying to make amends with her. So basically, I can't hold her accountable for talking about me because I'm trying to be cool with her. But since I don't fuck with Kenya and she's talking about me, I'm upset about it. That doesn't make sense. And Kandi doesn't owe her anything, she said. And she said she left the group text after the thing with Marlo. They said, you lying again. Like, girl, stop lying. don't know why Porsha just lies. And it's like, girl, it's too many people with the same story. They all can't be lying on you. Who leaked the info? Kenya. That's what Toya hollers. I thought it was Don Juan, but I feel like it was production. She felt like Kenya and Marlo's relationship was to tear her down, but before they got back to the house and they were on the boat, Porsha said that she was telling Marlo how she should make up with Kenya. So if you were encouraging her to make up with Kenya, how did her and Kenya come together to go against you? Y'all. Marlo, why aren't Porsha and Marlo talking? Marlo's like, I don't know. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Me and Kenya, we're still taking baby steps. And then Shamia chimes in. Shamia didn't say much for the whole thing. I don't know why you're here. Do you trust? That's what I don't like when Kenya plays those pageant games. Do you trust Marlo? Yeah, I trust her because she's a straight shooter. Maybe she don't say the words that we like, and maybe she'll cuss you out, but she's a straight shooter. You're not going to be guessing with her. Do you trust Kenya? No, I don't. See, I'd have been, girl, like every time. You think Marlo made that whole thing up to get attention? Like, I feel like Porsha was prepped on how to respond to Marlo, because it was very reminiscent of the way that Nene behaves. Like, why are you talking about that? We're done. This don't have anything. I'm over it. This, whatever. It's over. And just like, why are you talking? Why are you here? And all this stuff, right? I noticed that's what Porsha was doing. I was like, okay. It was giving me Nene. Why are you guys warning each other about each other? That's the one thing that I don't like about Atlanta. The women are not friends, and so they're like warning each other about each other when you should really allow the person to create their own relationship with the person. I hate when people do that. You don't warn somebody about another person before they meet them. You let them find out on their own. Especially if the person is not really, it's an attitude problem. It's a personality issue. It's not that, oh, if you hang around with Kenya, she's going to have you popping mollies and staying up to 6 o'clock in the morning and having you lose she's not doing anything detrimental like that. So let me warn you about her. But I'm going to warn you about her because I don't like the bitch. That's not cool. And in a friend group, that's not cool. You should not do that. I don't like it. Has anyone heard from Tanya? Porsha's like, well, all I have to say is I'm loyal to Tanya and with her and her husband. And then Kenya corrects it and says life partner. There was a lot of people online saying, well, Kenya can't do that because of her and Mark. Nope, none of them can. Nobody has room to do that. But let me tell you something. Had Kenya referred to Mark as her husband when he wasn't her husband, Shamia would have corrected her. Porsha would have corrected her. Because these women, they go back and forth like that. They all do it, which I don't like. I think it's disgusting to use a man in order to insult a woman. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And this comes kind of validation as if Paul and Mark are two different people. Paul has been engaged to Tanya for 13 years? Girl. If I were Tanya, Kenya says, if I were Tanya and I was put in a position like that, Kenya was basically saying that Tanya put herself in a position to protect Porsha, and Porsha didn't like say, well, it was me, and like leave her out of it. In other words, like, kind of eliminate Tanya from being accused of sleeping with this man when she's not the single person. So Porsha should have said, no, it was not Tanya. Porsha has never said it wasn't Tanya. Porsha hasn't said it wasn't me. So and by Tanya leaving the way she did, it showed that nobody was going to have her back. And it was going to look like she was in the room fucking a stripper instead of the single woman who should have been in her shit at that time and said, it wasn't Tanya. It was me. Yeah, whatever. But you're not secure in your sexuality. You're not secure in that way. You can't even fly your freak flag in the daytime. So you're not secure. And because of that, Tanya fled the country. She went into witness protection. And Porsha's still sitting there saying she's loyal to Tanya. But nobody knows the end of the story, how that goes. The prophet and the tape deck. They said that Drew and Toya have a love-hate relationship. That shit is weird. I don't know. It's weird, and I feel like they're like, girl, we need to act like we're going to be friends so that we can get another season. That's what I feel like is happening. Because it doesn't make sense at all. God dropped this in my lap. Drew, when I tell you, I was talking to Diva the other day, and I was like, Drew is that girl, like when you think of like a school environment that comes over, like, hey guys, like Urkel. Annoying, not a nerd, but just this annoying pest of a person. Like, shut up, girl. Like, shut the fuck up. When Drew is talking, her scenes, everything is like, girl, shut the fuck up. Everybody wants to know is, how is it different from Drew being so concerned with what LaToya does in her personal life than what Kenya is asking, this Bolo situation? How is that different? Can we just talk about really quick how ridiculous it was for Drew to start a prayer? Like, how ridiculous. And that is the reason why people ridicule Christians and how they perform Christianity, and when they use it to placate, and when they use it as a way to get out of holding themselves accountable. I was so disgusted. I cannot stand Drew Zadora at all. Well, it is different because it affects my family. How does... See, and this is what I think, and I'm just going to say it, and I said it before in another review. The prophets, if this fucking fantastical story that Drew has made up, if prophets were pulling out of dealing with you, how in God's name are you blaming an external source for how the prophets are dealing with you? You're blaming Toya. If it's more than one prophet pulling out, how is LaToya dealing with the one prophet affecting all of the prophets? Maybe they realize you were about to exploit them. And maybe they realize this is not the family or the baby that we want to bless in this family. Because this family, this woman is about to go on a reality show and do a bunch of lying. And how is it that you have known Prophet Lot for years in your family, but you just sat on national television and said, if you search up Prophet Lot, you're going to find a lot of interesting things. This is the man that you were about to have bless your baby, who has been in your family for years. You're now on a national platform saying that if you look him up, you'll find a lot of interesting things about him. And this is all to protect your family, and somehow that's LaToya's issue. The prophets felt a dark energy around you, girl, not LaToya. And you're trying to blame LaToya. And another thing I have to say, that Delilah spirit that you want to put on LaToya, what I think it is that Drew, you can't seem to understand why you're so attracted to LaToya. Because you kissed her, you're attracted to her because you kissed her when you was drunk, right? When you was getting what did it say, your flapjacks slapped by Bolo. You gonna kiss LaToya, and now you don't understand. Oh my God, LaToya, now the prophet is talking to her. She's just going around everybody in the family and seducing all of us. Girl, I think that's what the problem is. You're attracted to LaToya and you don't know how to manage yourself. And because she started talking to the prophet Lot, now all of a sudden it's a problem and it's a dark energy. Girl, please. I love when LaToya was like, I took that picture of him. Bitch, please. He's a family friend. He's been in our family for years and you on the damn internet on Bravo spraying his ass. Kandi says, I don't like when people use religion as a way to explain away bad behavior. He was like, I can't play it because of legal action. Girl, you were illegally recording people. No, you can't play it. Girl, you're going to have better receipts if you're going to be on the Housewives. Hopefully that was Andy's way of telling her, girl, we're going to give you a pink receipt when this is all said and done. Hopefully. If you Google him, and Kenya was like, girl, now you tarnishing his name. That's why they didn't want to fuck with you. Because see how it came full circle at the end of the day? You are tarnishing their names, not LaToya. LaToya's sitting there with a tan, honey, bronzed up, not saying a word, and you talking shit about this man. That's why they pulled out. Because of your ass. Well, it's affecting my family. Yeah. And how did you deal with the wig, the $1,000 gag gift? They took my bottles. You didn't have a gift. You didn't bring a gift, so they were not your bottles to take. Sorry. They weren't your bottles to take because you didn't bring a gift. But like Cynthia said, you should have brought a real gift. So see, and I don't know why I can't trust production and editing. What did you think that was going to happen? Why didn't you actually spend the $1,000? You didn't spend $1,000. You wanted to give somebody a used piece of wig. You're astray. You in the wrong group. Kenya and Porsha. I didn't want to pursue the friendship. Porsha was throwing shade in her confessionals. Porsha was like, I don't like the way Kenya treats other people. And that's fine. This is the thing at the end of the day. Porsha, she's like, how do I say I don't want to pursue a relationship? See, you're immature because you can sit across from a person and say, I really don't like the way that you treat other people. You know, I tried to be your friend, but I don't think that I can be your friend because I don't really like the way that you treat other people. But you don't have a high emotional intelligence, Porsha. So you are passive aggressive and you figure out ways to be like, well, here are reasons why I don't like Kenya. And just instead of just saying, girl, I just don't like you. I just don't like you. And that's okay. Everybody is not meant to like everybody. Just be like, I just don't like you. I just don't like you. And I don't know why I don't like you. I just don't like you. We just don't vibe. And that happens to people. She talking about what she did to Marlo. Girl, you were on the floor laughing like you lie as if there's no camera footage. That's the crazy part to me. Drew was like, you didn't give me a chance. Drew, shut up. I always looked up to you on TV, girl. Shut up. Shut up. Nobody cares. You're a stray. Quiet. Don't nobody care. Marlo wanted to ask one question. We didn't hear what the question was. Shamia wanted to ask one question. She doesn't like to be called a lapdog. Well, girl, you was the one over there in your seat jumping up and down, doing all of this when Porsha was walking around.
I'm going to tell the truth.
Porsha, girl, you are bad.
Kind of looked like a lapdog to me. I don't know what else you could have called it. I did not appreciate, what I really did not appreciate is Porsha saying that she felt threatened in front of Marlo. What was that about? You were really trying to exercise that same thing that white people do to black people, Miss Activists? Is that what you were doing? You were saying that you were sitting across from a black woman who has a few mugshots. You got one too, right? For your violent, uncontrollable behavior, right? But somehow, have we ever seen Marlo come after somebody? I'm trying to think. Y'all let me know in the comments. But I feel threatened by you. I am very afraid I'm going to call security. You are an activist. And you are demonstrating behaviors that white people do to get black people murdered by the cops. So I guess that's how you do it, right? You ignite the shit and then turn around and profit from it. I couldn't believe that she did that. I was like, Porsha, you are really stupid. Like, literally. That I don't find her. That was I don't even. You Porsha fans and stans, get in the comments for me and please let me know how you're rationalizing what Porsha did. Because what Porsha did was step into Karen mode and act like she was using trigger words. I'm afraid of you, felon. Porsha, you've been in jail before for your violent, uncontrollable, mismanaged emotional behavior. And you're going to use that. You're going to use that. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. I don't know how y'all do it. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Hopefully we got through it. Peace.